LR, the liberal redneck here, coming to you from a country that is still fighting a war that supposedly ended 154 years ago. History refers to it as the American Civil War. That is, in my opinion, a non sequitur. There is nothing civil about war. It is more accurately described as the war to save slavery. A war that ended up taking 500,000 American lives in the process. The unbridled racism at the root of this conflict was theoretically ended when the war concluded. Instead, it became somewhat dormant, like a volcano that has erupted and spent itself but has never gone away. Instead, it lies in wait until more favorable conditions arrive to clear the way for another explosion. Unfortunately for our nation, such conditions for racism to violently reemerge happened with the election of our current racist president. He has personally launched an all-out attack on every brown-skinned ethnic group as well as any non-Christian religious group. Racists see this as an opportunity to come out of the shadows and proudly show their hatred for non-white and non-Christian people in broad daylight without fear of retribution. To be perfectly clear, racism did not end in 1865, but it had become less public in recent years with the election of our first black president. Our current president has one goal in mind, and that is to fatten his personal wallet via the presidency any way he can. To that end, he uses the racism issue as a diversion from his real goal. If he can keep the focus on other issues, it helps keep the focus off of his highly questionable financial dealings. The racists who follow him are so blinded by their inherent hatred finally being allowed to come out of the closet, they're willing to overlook anything else. This is especially true of the evangelical Christians. This is an intolerable situation that can only be corrected by electing public officials at every level of government who are not racist and are completely dedicated to the proposition that all men and women are created equal without exception. Do your duty as a citizen of this country and educate yourself on which candidates endorse equality. Then go to the voting booth and become an instrument of change. Let's end this abomination once and for all. You can reach me at theliberalredneck@gmail.com, and you can visit live with me, the pagan goddess, and the progressive Christian for our weekly wrap-up every Friday at noon Central on blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck.